Okay, welcome everyone to today's podcast episode. We've got Felipe Garcia Albanellis on the podcast, and I am very excited to sit down and talk with you today. For those that don't know, Felipe is a dancer and a choreographer, and I've had the pleasure of looking at some of his work, and it looks amazing. You're a super talented dancer, and I love all the production stuff you've been doing as well, creating videos and all the tech stuff going on behind it, which is very cool. Where are you right now?
So I'm in London. So every time I get more inspiration in London Bridge and maybe Piccadilly Circus with other dancers. So what I do exactly here is I'm trying to network with people.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I love listening to new stories and meeting new dancers. It was really good. Unfortunately, I came 2 years through the whole COVID and it was upsetting, but still now that everything is opening, it's good.
Yeah, everything's sort of getting underway again, which is nice. Where are you from originally, Felipe?
Originally, I have a mix of Ecuador and Greece,
Okay,
or a little
nice.
bit Mediterranean and Amazon.
Yeah. Cool, man. I love it. Good. So let's jump straight into it then. How long have you been dancing for? When did it all begin? When did your dance profession begin?
Um, I would say professionally 2015,
Yeah.
but I started dancing with a group of people in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me only 2 years to go professionally. Well, every step you take just counts. For me,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Um, so we started dancing. I remember 3 months after my first steps, they called me and they're like, "We have a gig. We are dancing there." I couldn't even keep up with the choreography. So I started from the front and I ended up in the show, the last person at the back. Okay.
Okay.
After that, I said to myself, if you want to keep with the people you're working with, and if you want to keep up with the choreographies and everything, you need to step up your game. So I started searching for seminars, and it was really nice discovering other energies, other people, other cultures of the same thing. Like everyone was dancing hip hop or Latin, but everyone was from a different background. I went to Czech Republic for 10 days, and then I spent months in New York studying with choreographers from back in the day. They used to work with Michael Jackson and Mariah Carey, and I'm really honored to have met these people and actually studied and learned something from them.
Yeah, you must have taken on so much from that experience, I can imagine. And probably
Yeah.
quite I would imagine quite motivating, quite inspiring to have that connection and considering their legacy and what they've done and all of that. How was that for you then?
It's a really strong feeling that, um, how can I explain it? I wasn't expecting so many things for myself. Okay, when I started dancing, I already was like 21, 22,
Yeah.
something like that. So I had people already dancing for 10 years.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to keep up. If I want to go professionally, I don't think that's a good idea for me.
Mm.
But having one particular, so Seku Hieru, is one of the people that started with Mariah Carey, the shows, when she was famous and when she started uh, going out of the US for shows. She was like the first choreographer she had.
Mhm.
And having this guy, we met randomly in a small village in Greece because he had to teach there. Someone brought him for us, and we started talking. And then we kept in touch with him for a year. And I said, "Oh, okay, I'm coming to New York." And I'm in the middle of Manhattan, in one of the dance schools he teaches there. And he stops the whole class and he says, "Guys, I want to introduce you to Felipe. He's one of
Wow.
my students from another country, and I expect many things from him." And so when he started talking about me, I was like, okay, now the bar is set so high that I need to show things. It was very heavy, but at the same time, goosebumps everywhere. It was so inspirational to have him talking for me. Without even, there wasn't script, like I didn't say to him anything. It was 100% him talking.
Mhm. Wow. So it seems that you've got a lot of input and influence from various different countries. Then you've traveled to different places, you've met lots of people from different parts of the world, and I kind of got a feel for that in a lot of the dancing that you were doing, that there was definitely influences coming in from various different places. And it's super cool, man. And I look forward
Thanks.
to showcasing some of your work on the podcast, and it's going to be really nice. Good. So did you go to some sort of a dance, like a dance school, or is it really just experiences and working with different people, and that's been your training?
Well, the reason I came to London was to get my certification because even though, yeah, okay, the whole dancing, I'm good and I can perform and everything, I don't have a certification. And sometimes it just makes me feel bad. I just don't, it's not that I need it,
Mm.
but more that I want to have a certification. I want this. I never studied in a university or something, okay? And I was very old when I started dancing, and I had to work because I was living on my own. And that's why I said I'm going to London and I'm going to find a dance school, like study for 3 years, I get
Oh, nice.
a certification. It's not that I learned everything on my own, all right? I've been in so many classes and seminars, dance camps, weeks in another country, but the certificates is not of a dancer, is a participation certificate.
Okay.
You see the difference?
What is a participation certificate?
That you've been to the boot camp. It's
Okay.
not like an exam. They will give you the certificate. It counts. It really counts because it shows that you studied,
Yeah, yeah,
but
sure.
you don't have a grade or you don't have this communication with a teacher that your mistakes are going to be seen by someone and is going to show you what you've done wrong.
Mm.
You
Okay.
can't be one. It is art. So for me as a teacher, I don't always gonna show you the mistakes. I'm gonna tell you, but maybe a mistake drives you to something beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it's the
So
thing with art, though, isn't it? There is no specific right and wrong. It's not like maths or English, or whatever it may be. With art, you've got that license, haven't you? That freedom to put your own stamp on things, and yeah, you have that creative
exactly.
creative right. So yeah, I can totally understand that. So where was this place that you went to then to get the participation certificate?
So Czech Republic was one.
Yeah.
In Corfu, there was a really good 4 days, I think, 5 days. uh, a really good boot camp where I met all these people I was telling you before with the Michael Jackson background.
Yeah.
What else? New York, many dance classes.
Yeah.
And I studied a little bit in London with
Yeah.
some people.
And where did you study in London? I have quite a few UK listeners on here, which might be interested to know where you were in London.
So, Base Studios is one of it.
Uh-huh.
The Hub is another one. And in London, it was really strong. We didn't have this back in Greece. It's called Jazz Debut,
Okay.
which is a dance competition. But next, the day after the competition, they have 2 days of classes with all the judges of the competition, and was really interesting. But basically, I would say if you study hip hop mainly, bass is the place to be.
Okay.
Like really, the network of this place and the energy of the people that own the bass studios is amazing,
All
really
right.
amazing.
And where are they based in London? Bay Studios?
Westminster.
Westminster. Okay, cool. There you go, guys. Anyone that's looking to go down the hip hop road and based in London, Bay Studios is the recommended one right
Yep.
here. All right, good. So let's move forward ever so slightly. You also choreograph a fair bit of dancing.
Yes.
What sort of when did your choreography journey begin, and what led you down that path? Why did you want to become a choreographer, and what sort of productions have you been involved in on the choreography front?
So that's an easy one. Uh, I always felt old because I was surrounded from younger people. I was feeling a bit bad because every time I was in a class or in a show or we were just sitting the crew, it was me, 22 years old, and then everyone else around 15, 16, 17, 18.
Mhm.
So this is how I came to see the whole dance scenery from a different perspective. And the moment I went to New York, I started creating a project called Journey of Movement, which I show to people how to express through the sounds, through the music. Because everyone says music or the beat. Music actually is a complex thing of maybe 5 different instruments, two opposite harmonies, and the beats and everything is just adding on the whole thing that someone will call, oh, nice song.
Mhm.
So I started separating all these things, and it felt so nice creating on the spot on a different beat every time.
Mm.
Feeling the music, swimming in the music, and then creating something out of it. So when I started creating the project, it was for people to express themselves on the music the way they felt right. So what I'm doing in this project is when you come and you ask for the project to teach you, it's like 2 or 3 days. I'm not teaching you. You are showing me who you are.
Oh, I love
I'm
that.
meet, I'm meeting you. I'm not teaching you. All
Yeah.
right. And then I start from the injuries that you might have, uh, the way you interpret the song and the music and the space around you, and the way your body moves, your flexibility, your strong and your strong positioning of maybe someone is strong in the hands, maybe someone is flexible in his back and waist, maybe someone is not flexible at all and he doesn't have rhythm. the most difficult client, right?
I can imagine, yeah, with dancing.
So, um, so yeah, that's how I started creating the whole thing, and from that, it was so easy to start choreographing
Mm,
because I would write a script in my mind. I would hear a song, right? And while listening to the song, I will be okay. So, what's the feeling that the song is transmitting to me? And then the movement, how fast does the song go, to choose from my skill set? Because I've been from contemporary to ballet and then hip hop, and then again contemporary, a little bit of jazz. And because I'm Ecuadorian, I studied with Latin people all the time. Uh, so yeah, I will choose from all that is in my head, which is the best to go with.
okay. Okay. So you mentioned jazz, Latin, hip hop. You seem to be involved with quite a few different dance styles. Do you have a preference? Do you have a favorite style of dancing and also to choreograph?
As a very angry young boy, I would say hip hop. All the elements, though, because everyone hears hip hop and they never know what hip hop is about. Breakdancing is hip hop. The popping, locking, liquefied, um, tatting, finger tatting, all these are on the same beat, and you can call them in history of hip hop.
Mhm.
All right, that's why even rocking, which rocking was a mix of people that they didn't know how to dance swing with a little bit of break.
Okay. When you say
Okay,
rocking, what do you mean? As in dancing to rock music?
sorry, you remember the swing?
Yeah, I remember swing. Yeah.
So rocking is the forefather of breakdancing, right?
Okay.
So before breakdancing was a kind of people mixing hip hop elements with swing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And even the DJs at the time were just messing around with rock country music
Mm,
and putting their own pauses and scratches and mixes. That was it.
wow. That's very
Basically,
interesting.
that
I
was
had
it.
no idea. I had no idea whatsoever. Good stuff. I love it. So, so your favorite type of dance is still hip hop? Because you're not an angry young boy now, are you? You've got a lot more experience
Yeah,
and life experience behind you now. So is it still hip hop? Are you still that angry little young boy underneath it all, or is there? Do you have other? Do you like other ones now equally
I
or
would
more so?
say I would say it's still hip hop.
Still hip hop.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have a soft spot for contemporary too.
Okay. Interesting. I have quite a few friends who went down the contemporary dance route and trained at London Contemporary Dance School and Laban and all these places. So I know I know a fair bit about contemporary dance. I love hip hop myself. Also, I don't think I'm an angry young boy, but I do have a passion for hip hop music, and also I like to watch popping, locking, breakdancing, all those sorts of things as well. Which is why I enjoy looking at your work because it's the kind of stuff
Thank
that
you
I
very
really
much.
like. Yeah. Why do you dance? What made you get into dancing in the first place, and what are the effects that you're hoping to have on an audience that watch you performing, and also watch the work that you produce and the work that you choreograph?
Wow. Actually, the way you started is my favorite question. I used to do, I used to ask this question to my students a lot.
Okay.
So, why do I dance?
Yeah.
Back in 2010 that I finished school, I had this amazing group of people playing music, and I started singing. But I didn't use my diaphragm right. And one day we are on set and we're doing sound checks,
Mhm.
and I just froze because I couldn't hit one note right. We
Okay.
have to go. We have to go on live. All right. There are almost 100 people, okay, outside, waiting for us to play music, and I can't hit one right note.
Oh,
Okay, I had destroyed all my chords, and I couldn't even control anything, anything. So
so you destroyed all your vocal cords.
yes, everything,
Wow.
everything inside my neck was ruined. So I went up stage. I had 2 or 3 songs that they were solo, so I couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
I sang the way I sang. I don't even remember if people were excited or not about that thing. And I went back home. I felt ill. My temperature went higher from all the sadness. I didn't cry at the time, but was really overwhelming, the whole thing that happened. And I remember not talking to my girlfriend for 7 days, maybe. Like, I don't want anyone to be here around.
Mm,
And after 7 days, I started feeling like, okay, I need to continue with my life.
mm.
So I went to a video club for all these millennials. I don't know if you ever knew what's what's a video club. Okay, I
No,
rented
tell us.
I rented a DVD.
Okay.
So
Oh, you
thank
mean you
God it
went to a
wasn't.
video store, like a rental videos?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes, like a
I used to love going to those. It's one of the greatest travesties that they shut down. I used to love.
yeah.
Anyway,
Everyone is downloading right now.
yeah, Blockbuster.
So
That was a good one. Massive plug for Blockbuster.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I went to the store, and the release was like 6 days before I went to the store. It was Step Up 3.
Mhm.
And I was never interested about dancing. I was really shy. I had no experience. Then when I was like 6 years old, maybe I was dancing with my family, but that's it. So I rented the movie because there was nothing at all. It was only horror movies or movies I've seen
Mm,
already.
mm,
So I got the movie and I said, yeah, why not? I think I watched number 1 or 2 someday. But it's the movie you rent not to watch, but to have something on TV, right?
mm, mm.
So I put it on the DVD player and just sat there watching, trying to get interested. The moment the movie started, from the music that was playing on the background and the things that the dancers were saying, explosion in my mind. Okay, I had goosebumps. I was waiting for the movie to start because it was just small interviews of the people that they were playing in the movie,
Mm.
and I got obsessed. The moment the movie ended, I remember standing on my head and trying all these yoga moves to stand on my head and stand on my
Yeah.
shoulder and do things I didn't even know I was dancing at the moment. And after a month, I had the call from one of my friends back in school that we had the crew of parkour and
I do.
free
Yes.
running.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
I
So we
can't
used
do
to
it, but I love it.
parkour like in 2007 and 8. Uh, so he calls me and he's like, I'm a judge in a dance competition. You want to give it a try? Because he heard from someone that I was trying to dance at the
Mhm.
moment. So I said, yeah, why not? I went to the competition. Everything was lovely. I had the crew interested in me, and we kept in touch for 1 or 2 months, and then I joined the crew.
Okay.
Uh, so for me, to answer your question of why I dance, it was a way to express and saved me from the whole black hole I threw myself because I couldn't sing no more.
Okay.
And when I got introduced in real dancing, like my crew helped me and they taught me things, and I didn't even feel bad that my teachers were 5 years younger than me, because the experience, people don't understand that you can get experiences from everywhere and everyone. Age is just a number. Experience and what you've lived in life is what creates a personality. You can do things in 16 and people in their 30s have never done. So I chose the weapon of dancing to express myself, to let everything out of my system. And that's why when I started creating energies around me and scenery and the whole choreographed pieces that you've seen, it was just me showing to the world how I interpret the whole situation happening around me.
Mm.
All these small details in our day.
Yeah. What a great story, man. So what's going on with your voice now? Have you managed to get any work done on it? Are you able to sing now if you wanted to, or is the damage too
Yeah.
great? Or
No, I'm fine now.
yeah,
But problem, I'm rusty.
yeah,
That's a
sure.
problem. I'm only rusty. I can really sing. Yeah.
But did you have to go and see a vocal specialist, or did you have anything done on your voice to help with the recovery?
Um,
Or because I know when I was doing a show,
lo-
an actor friend of mine, he blew his vocal cords as well before a show, and he had blood coming from his throat, and it was very traumatic. But he had to leave the show sadly, and we had to bring in another performer. But he went to see a specialist, and they gave him some instructions and things he should be doing and things he shouldn't be doing to take care of his voice and look after it. And so did you have any of that at all, or was it just rest? And
just rest, hand in water.
yeah.
I went for some classes then, and when I was ready, when I felt ready, because it took me like 6 months that my voice was changing all the time.
Mm.
I would hit high notes, I would hit low notes, like I was talking, and it felt like I was
Like you're a teenage boy again.
12, 13 again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I need to see someone.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
no, I only rested for 6 months, and then I started classes with a vocalist to show me how to use my diaphragm,
Mm.
because it was not only the thing that I blew up my chords and everything, but I had migraines because the way I was singing, yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, I could hit the notes only from experience, okay? But everything, I was losing air and I could feel everything on my brain.
Wow.
That was a problem.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, the effect that it could have on, tension and the neck and shoulders and then the headaches and wow. Yeah, pretty important to get that training and make sure that it's being
Yep.
done properly and yeah. All right, all right. It's a good story though, man. I love the reasoning behind you getting into dance and Step Up 3, that was the one for you, was it? Step Up 3. Did you watch the other ones, 1 and 2 as
Yes.
well? Yeah, yeah. Nice.
I watched everything because hello to my friend Marikoda. So for you guys, I don't know if you know her as Kido. Is the
Kido. Okay.
Japanese girl that doesn't have an accent in Step Ups.
Okay.
Okay, she has an amazing personality, and
She's in the
I
film,
was
is she?
actually so honored. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But she's one of the leading actors and dancers
Okay. Oh, nice.
from Step Up to the end, actually.
Okay.
From
Maybe we
Step Up
can
2 to
we can
Step
say
Up
hello to
6.
her as well on this episode. Connect you guys. Do you still see her or?
Yes. We talk sometimes on Instagram, but no, she lives in Los Angeles now. She's doing her thing.
Yeah.
And she has a beautiful relationship now, so always traveling together and going in crazy adventures, surfing, swimming in the most exotic beaches you will ever see.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
Nice.
amazing. She's amazing. Yeah, I had her classes back in 2015 in New York, and that's how we met. And stories and stories about Step Up and the whole behind the scenes. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
All the inside jokes that
Yeah. What
you
nobody else
might
gets
have.
to see, right?
Yeah, yeah. Not even in a feature film.
Wow. I'll have to look out. I'm gonna have to watch these films again now. I've done this interview with you and have a look out for her. What her name was Hido, did you say?
Kido.
Hido.
Kido.
Hido. Okay. I'll have a look out for that.
She's the Japanese girl that she thinks she doesn't have an accent.
Okay. Okay. I haven't seen them for a very long time, but I'm definitely going to check them out again.
So it's been really difficult. It took me a lot of time to start working again with my social media. I'm a little bit older than the social media fever. So
Hmm.
I'm 28, okay? And I always like to have fun, which means I can't stop having fun and record to upload the story.
Yeah.
Record me having fun, okay?
Yeah.
I had to train to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
So
whole different world,
that's
isn't it? I know the feeling. I'm considerably older than you, but we're not going to go into that. But I've had it's similar with
you
setting up
don't
this
look that
podcast.
much.
Well, I don't know, man. Maybe the lighting's good. But yeah, so it's been tricky for me as well, making that adjustment. And I similarly to you, if I'm having fun in a moment, I want to enjoy that experience and not
To
be like,
enjoy the
oh, I
experience.
probably should be capturing this on camera in some way and sending it out to people. But yeah, that's the kind of world that we're living in right now, particularly with everything being online. And yeah, so go on. I interrupted you, but yeah, as you were.
You actually connected the dots. That's the point of the whole difficulties that someone would have is like, yeah, okay, you have 10 years of experience in dancing, but I couldn't go to auditions,
Mm,
okay? I couldn't go to photo shoots. I couldn't go to anyone. So I didn't meet people that, and we're in an industry that we're helping each other actually. Because I've been as a dancer, as a model, as a photographer, as a producer, as a choreographer, as a backstage creator, okay? So I can appreciate and know what everyone is doing to create a scene for the people that they're gonna watch on social or in a screen,
mm,
okay, in general. So that's what's difficult for us. We need to communicate, we need to connect with the people around us with the same path of energy and the same way we create. So that was the problem for, I think for us, was the biggest strike as an industry, because we need to communicate with each other. And it took me a lot of time, and seriously, it's funny to say, but in our age, it was really hard to train ourselves to create content for social media, because
Yeah.
it was the only way we could find a job, or we could actually get some money on the side. Because without that, we didn't have a job.
Yeah, I feel like all courses now, all drama courses, all performing arts courses, dance, singing, whatever it is, there should be an element of digital content, creative, a module that focuses on that to help performers, because it's the biggest part of the industry at the moment. You know, it really is, and there's a lot of performers out there that just don't know how to do it, and they will be affected as a result of that. I think, it is so important now. I mean, all the castings are online. You need to be involved in the right hashtags to get the right notifications so that you don't miss out on opportunities, this, that, and the other. And it's mind blowing. And it puts a great deal of pressure on, as if there's not enough pressure on performers as it is. There's now the added pressure of, what am I missing? If I'm not staring at my phone every 5 seconds, what opportunity is passing me by? And I think there should be training in how to deal with that pressure, and also training in how to use social media effectively, so that performers can get by much easier. And I don't know whether that's something that's happening at the moment. It's something that I need to look into, but it should be, for sure, because there's so many performers out there that are just very overwhelmed at the moment, I think, by that. And obviously COVID's not helped either, but yeah, you definitely touched on something there, for sure. It's something that needs to be addressed.
The problem, I think, is with our nature of business, is that you need to share the same experience with the other person. That's why I would guess theater and musical is even more expensive than a movie. When in a movie, you need more people to work with, all right? But is the pure experience that you give to the people, that they're sitting down and they're watching you. So that's why I feel like, now that's everything so digital, and record everything in your life and just throw it in the web, is really cold, I think. It's very cold to have, even for the kids. I had a conversation with one stand-up comedian, that the governments keep schools of ages 3 to 6, okay, primary schools, and they keep them closed. You can't give them back what you're stealing from them, the socializing, right? The the attraction and the change of minds they're gonna have with their other fellow students, and it's the first steps of their life, okay, of becoming a human, of creating their personality. And you take all that and you put it behind the camera. What will a teacher, I don't believe that you can call them teachers in that age. There's something more. But I would say they're guardians, because they just take care of the kids, and they transfer some basic knowledge to their brains. But most of it is to create experience to a kid, right? And you take all that chemistry, okay, all that situation, and you put it in a computer. It's not the same.
No.
You see what I mean? And
Yeah.
even for us in older ages, You're going to have a teacher to show you how to be sad, how to be angry, how to be happy, okay, from a camera. I don't think you will be able to understand the energy that you have to feel. It's not going to be transferred through a screen.
Yeah, I mean, I've had experiences in the past where I've worked. I do a fair bit of teaching myself, or have done previously, and there have been workshops that I've been involved with where you are showing the kids, a particular emotion, but you're showing it to them through not by talking about it or expressing it, but you're showing them pictures of emojis that they might see on a mobile phone. So it's like, this is happy. And then you get the happy emoji icon
Yeah,
and it's shown to that child. So in their brain, they are thinking that they're just seeing everything through the medium of technology, through an app, through an emoji, through a phone. It's just bizarre. I mean, I know it's relevant and I know that obviously you can't really stop it and kids are going to immerse themselves in technology. It's just the way it is. Um, but I just found that a little bit. I know why they were doing it, and I know
too
that
much.
obviously the kids connect with it, but it does seem a bit like, why don't we just express the emotion and actually show the emotion through our own facial expressions or through our own vocal tones or this, that, and the other? And rather than here's a picture, this is how you should look if you're feeling sad through the medium of an emoji. It's bizarre, but yeah, the world we're living
I know
in.
what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have a friend that he gave a book to his boy. His boy is now like 5 years old. The dude was searching where to put the batteries in a book.
Oh gosh. Wow. Wow.
So, that's what people don't get. You don't need to change and evolve everything. Sometimes what we created 80, 100, 200 years ago, it's enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't need change.
Yeah.
Go evolve on something else.
Yeah.
That's perfected already.
Yeah. No, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Well,
It's bizarre. Anyway, so you have your own YouTube channel as well, and you've got
yep.
plenty of videos and content that's being created and uploaded there. What is the goal behind the YouTube channel? Is that promotion of what you're up to? What goes into making those videos, like all the production elements? Because I've seen you do some where you're sort of out in the in the landscape and you've got beautiful backdrops and you're doing all these cool dance breaks and this, that, and the other. And then you've got some which are in-house with fancy lights and the music and everything like that, and it's all very visually visually stimulating. But what goes into that? Are you responsible for all of that, all of the production?
Yeah, actually, this is how I got into producing, recording, and editing. Because I didn't have people back in Greece to help me with. So I bought a camera, I bought lenses, lights, and everything. And I actually, you will see the difference. Like the new videos, you can see some life in the camera, like the camera is following me and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
While in the beginning, you see just something stable, right?
Oh.
Because I had to put the camera on the tripod, create the choreography, and then keep the same choreography, the same moves, right? And change the position of the tripod every time. Then I had to go to the computer and edit the whole thing, like cut the slide everywhere,
Yeah.
do the color grading on my own. Because sometimes we would be recording in 2 and 3 different days.
Mm.
So I had to have everything on the same position.
I see. But now
I
you've
had to go.
so you have somebody else that helps you with
I
filming.
have people helping me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
No.
can't do everything alone. You can't
Yeah.
do everything
Absolutely.
alone. You
Absolutely.
shouldn't. You shouldn't actually.
No, I need to get some more help for sure.
Yeah.
That's my next goal. Two standout moments in your life doesn't necessarily need to be work related. It could be a life experience of some description. You've traveled somewhere, you've eaten a food, you've, I don't know, rode a motorcycle, whatever it is.
I have the one already in my mind.
Okay. Okay.
It's 2004, 2015.
Mhm.
And I'm talking with Seku to meet him in New York. And at the same time, there was a misunderstanding. I was talking with a friend from Los Angeles, and he uploads a picture on Facebook. No, a video of him. And I write a comment to the video, and then there's a gentleman writing underneath me. And I write again, and he writes underneath me. In all that, I didn't realize that I shared the video of my friend, but the notifications were coming from his video.
Okay.
And I thought that the gentleman was talking to my video, to my profile. And we started exchanging comments with the guy. Okay. So we started talking, and we moved to the private messenger. And we start talking and talking and talking. Hello, Joe. Joe Rapp is the name. Amazing gymnastics teacher. If you ever been in Hawaii, guys, his gymnastics place is just on another level. 10,000 square meters of just amazing scenery and places to train.
Wow.
Okay, so let's go to the story. So we start talking with him to a point, like my parents thought I don't know geography, because they're like, dude, you're gonna move from New York to Miami and from Miami to Hawaii. And I'm like, yeah, why? It's the United States. Dude, it's a whole country. It's not the United States. It's not one country that you will move with a bus. Yeah, no. So I talked with Joe, and I said, would you like to meet? He says, yeah, of course. I meet people all the time because of my children. So he has two beautiful twins, Tamara and Tiara, that Tamara is working with Red Fu from LMFAO, and Tiara had some history with Cirque du Soleil.
Okay.
And the older children are working in Cirque du Soleil. So he said, yeah, of course, I meet people all the time. I say, okay. So I book a ticket from New York to Hawaii, and I stayed there for 10 days. And it was just life-changing. You hear people talking about Hawaii, but especially when you know the culture and the life there, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It gave me a different perspective of life and how I should look at things. For me, it's a small paradise. I don't know if I could live there because of the heat. It's too much for me.
Okay.
But
is that why you chose the UK?
No, not really. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Greece is okay. No, my house is New York, actually. I think I could call home New York.
Yeah.
Or Ecuador. If I can can go back sometime.
Is Hawaii any hotter than Ecuador?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, guys.
Okay.
I had the sunburn under a pine tree. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I couldn't feel my leg, and I just look at it and it was red.
Oh my gosh.
Pure red under a pine tree. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how
beautiful but lethal Hawaii.
Yeah.
Wow. There we go.
You need to be in the sea all the time until the sun goes down. You need to swim. That's it.
Wow.
Swim and surf.
I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. Lethal sunshine over there.
That's the solution.
Yeah. All right. Always swim in Hawaii. Would you rather? I'm going to. Are you ready to roll?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it. One. Would you rather never get a paper cut again, or never get something stuck in your teeth again?
Never get something stuck in my teeth.
Okay. Number two, would you rather never have another embarrassing fall in public or never feel the need to pass gas in public again? So don't fall in public or don't fart in public, basically.
Don't fart in public.
Okay.
I mean, if you fall, you can always stand up and continue.
Yeah.
It's dance mentality. So
you can
never
fart and carry on as well, and plenty of people do that.
Yeah, no, but if you get discovered, then you're pointed
true.
at.
Yes, there's shame, absolutely. Good. Number four, would you rather take amazing selfies, but all of your other pictures are horrible, or take breathtaking photographs of anything but yourself?
Trick question. I would go with amazing photographs because I'm not the type of selfies, not that much.
No, I'm not.
I'm more of creating a scenery than having my face on. So yeah, I would go with the second.
Okay, I like it. All right, and last but not least, would you rather never be able to leave your own country or never be able to fly in an aeroplane?
Never be able to leave my own country or fly in an airplane. I can't stay in one country, man. I can't. I just can't.
I think that's clear.
I'll take the bus.
You've lived everywhere, Felipe.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take the bus. I'll take a train. I don't mind.
Good. All right, mate. And lastly, final thoughts for the episode. Something uplifting for our audience members, an approach to life dealing with positive and negative change, that sort of thing.
All right. I would say, because I will say I'm a little bit pessimistic sometimes. So don't be. And whatever makes you feel like you're afraid of moving on, or just thinking that you're stuck, move on. Just try and break that wall that you created. Everything is in our mind. And I really believe that the worst enemy is us all the time. So in the last 2 years, what I'm trying to do, and what I would really like to see other people do, is never let yourself put the boundaries on you. We're overthinking all the time situations, possibilities, ways to avoid things that sometimes we just stop ourselves, and that's it.
Yeah, I love that. So don't stop yourself. Don't get in the way of yourself. Don't get stuck in a situation. Keep moving forwards, or just embrace what's happening. Good. I love it. Felipe, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me. It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah.
I had a problem with the light, so hopefully if we have a second chance, everything's going better.
Yeah, everything is all good, man.
You look amazing.
with my colorful backdrop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about the visuals, man. You know about that. All right, mate.
Exactly.
Take care, and I'll be in touch.